Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Introduce myself. My name is Aulia Ramadhani with ID number A121234140. So in this video, I like to talking about or explain about the material we already discussed before. So there are 5 material we already discussed. The first is syllable division and maximal onset principle or MOP, and then the second there are property of stress, and the third is comparing the stress patterns of BI and English. The fourth is predicting English word stress and the effect of suffix on the word stress. And the last there are assimilation in English and other language. Okay, so let's start for the first material is a syllable division and maximal onset principle or MOP. So, syllable division is the process of dividing words into smaller units called syllables. A syllable typically consists of an onset, or initially consonant or cluster, a nucleus, and an optional coda. The maximal onset principle or MOP guides the division by stating that as many consonants as possible should form the onset of the following syllable, as long as this does not violate the phonetic rules of the language. For example, in the word planet, it is divided as a planet because PL is a permissible onset in English. However, in a word like extra, it is divided as extra since XT is not valid onset in English. This principle helps determine how syllables are structured across different languages. Okay, the next material is the property of stress. Stress refers to the prominence given to a specific syllable in a word, which is realized through increased loudness, pitch, duration, or intensity. Stress in English, contrastive, meaning it can change the meaning or function of a word. For example, the word permit can be stressed on the first syllable, permit, to function as a noun, or on the second syllable, permit, to function as a verb. Stress in English is hierarchical with primary stress being the most prominent, secondary stress slightly less prominent, and unstressed syllables being the weakest. This system makes English stress patterns complex and often challenging for non-native speakers. The third is comparing the stress patterns of BI and English. The stress patterns of English and Bahasa Indonesia or BI differ significantly in English. Stress is a variable and depends on factors such as the word's origin, structure, and the presence of affix. It is often unpredictable and can change depending on word forms, as in a photograph. Stress on the first syllable versus photographic. Stress on the third syllable. In contrast, BI has relative fixed and predictable stress patterns. Stress in BI usually falls on the final syllable of the base word, and it does not alter meaning for word class, unlike in English. These differences makes English stress more difficult to learn for speakers of BI. I mean Bahasa Indonesia. And the next, there's a predicting English word stress and the effect of suffix on word stress. Predicting stress in English word involves understanding syllable structures, vowel types, and word categories. While some general rules exist, they are not absolute. For instance, polysyllabic words often have primary stress on specific syllables depending on their suffix. Certain suffixes like IT and IC shift stress to the syllables before the suffix, as in electric, stress on the second syllable, and electricity, stress on the third syllable. However, neutral suffix such as e and nis do not affect stress placement, as in happily, some stress as happy. Mastery of these patterns is essential for proper pronunciation and intelligibility in English. And the last material is assimilation in English and other language. Assimilation is a phonological process where a sound changes to become more like a neighboring sound, making speech more fluid and natural. In English, assimilation often occurs in casual or rapid speech. For example, input may be pronounced as input, input with the end, assimilating to the bilabial M due to the influence of the following P. Similarly in good boy, the D in good may assimilate to B, resulting in good B. Assimilation is not unique to English. Many languages exhibit a similar phenomenon. In Italian, for example, sempre. Sempre might be pronounced as a semme in informal context. The specific rules and context for assimilation vary across language, reflecting their unique phonological systems. And then I think that's all the explanation I can give you all. Thanks for your attention and watch this video. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. See you.